It's the SVI Radio Network. I'm David Kazare, and now joined here in the studio with Joshua Baird. Joshua is one of the 8 contestants of the Teen Vocalist coming up tomorrow as part of Randy Thompson Insurance, and it's a big weekend, a lot of great contestants, and Josh is one of those that we're all keeping our eye on. Josh, thanks so much for chatting with me tonight.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
So, Josh, first of all, you're a senior at Star Valley High School. Let's talk about that for a second. How is that being a senior? You just wrapped up the Cinco show this week. What's life like for you right now?
Oh, busy. Super busy and just super fast. Feels like yesterday when I very first was becoming a senior. Didn't really feel real. And still doesn't feel real, and I graduate in 2 weeks.
It's almost here. It's amazing. Well, congratulations for your senior year. Tell us a little bit about yourself, though, your family, where you've lived, all that good stuff.
Yeah, so I have a really big family. I've got 9 kids, so 8 siblings, 2 parents, and we kind of travel around. We lived in Mexico for a year and a half when I was 3. I don't remember that much. Uh-huh. But then we moved from Provo to Mexico, and then Mexico to Star Valley, and we lived here for 4 or 5 years, and then moved to the Philippines. Wow. And lived there for a year, and now we're back here again.
So all over the world, literally.
Yep.
That is really cool. Have you thought about living other places as well once you're done here in Star Valley?
Yeah. I think I'm going to most likely stay in the U.S., but I don't think I'll be here in Star Valley. I want to be somewhere where stuff is happening. Probably a city.
Yeah, fair enough. Maybe warmer too, perhaps.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yeah, but not too hot. I can't stand heat.
Is that right?
Oh.
Gotcha. Yeah. So maybe the Star Valley influence maybe has kept you on that realm. Well, that's great. It's Josh Baird, one of the 8 contestants of the Teen Vocalist, presented by Randy Thompson Insurance. Josh, let's talk about your music history a little bit. This is your first year trying out for the Teen Vocalist, correct?
Yeah.
So you made it into the show. What have you been up to musically up to this point?
Oh, well, I've been in choir classes since middle school, and I was in the musical this year and last year. I was in Newsies and Footloose. And then other than that, I've been singing my whole life. My family used to say that my whole life was a musical because I'd just always be singing no matter what was going on.
The Joshua Baird musical.
Yep.
Gotcha. Well, that's fun. So you kind of would turn things into songs, and just for you, that's something you've always enjoyed. Do you play any instruments as well?
I played clarinet for a little bit during middle school, but not really anymore. But I do play some piano, and I've been trying to learn to get better at that. But other than that, not really.
What made you want to try out for the Teen Vocalist?
I love performing in front of people. And, apparently a musical and a Cinco show wasn't enough for me. So I had to try out for the Teen Vocalist.
What's one more, right?
Yeah.
Well, that is awesome. And, of course, $1,000 on the line, Josh, tomorrow night. Not bad. What would you do with the money if you won?
Well, I'm headed out on an LDS mission pretty soon, so it'd probably just be spent on that. Which,
Gotcha.
Whatever.
Put it towards something good. So have you received a mission call yet then?
No, not yet. I haven't submitted my papers, but I'll be going out pretty quick. I might work for the summer first, though.
Very good, very good. How's that, waiting period? I mean, you get nervous? Have you had a thought of where you're going to go? Any ideas where you'd like to go?
I'd like to go foreign. I'd like to see more of the world.
Absolutely.
And the waiting period is weird. Just kind of, don't know what you're supposed to be doing. I guess right now, luckily, I'm in high school, so I just focus on graduation. But
yes.
After that, who knows?
Yeah, it's kind of a hurry up and wait moment.
Yeah,
exactly.
That is very accurate.
Exactly. Well, it's Josh Baird again of the Teen Vocalist. Josh, I wanted people to hear a sample of your singing ability. Of course, you mentioned how you're a part of the musical Footloose. You're also, of course, a big part of Syncopation, and we saw you in that show this week. But I wanted people to hear a sample of your voice, and so here's that sample.
Oh, misty eye of the mountain below, keep careful watch of my brother's souls, and should the sky be filled with fire and smoke, keep watching over Jaren's sons.
So, Josh, I got to ask you, your voice it's pretty unique, and I love listening to it. where did you get your influence for the tone that you have and the style that you sing with? What would you attribute that to?
Well, my whole family's super musical, and it's been common to sing in the house. Like I sang by myself, but I also sang with all of my family. So I contribute a lot of it to the fact that I was like singing from a really young age, and so I was able to develop like, I don't know, my own type of sound. I'm not trying to make it up on 2 or 3 years. I had a whole time to really develop it, which I really feel lucky that I was able to be raised in a place where I felt comfortable singing. Yeah. Really, it's what I love to do, and I'm really fortunate to be raised where I was. Mm-hmm. So,
well, we're excited to hear you sing tomorrow night at the Teen Vocalist. I don't want to make you give away any secrets or anything, but can you give us any hints as to what to expect to hear from you tomorrow night?
Well, it's going to be amazing.
Okay, amazing is the clue word here. All right, and just so we can kind of know too what kind of genres you listen to, what was the last song that you heard?
I listen to a lot of musicals. I think the last song I was listening to was from Newsies.
Okay.
One of the songs from Newsies. I can't remember which one, but I'm listening to musicals all the time.
So a musical soundtrack somewhere is kind of what you like. So is that what we would see on your playlist if we open that up? We'd see a lot of musicals and things. Any artists that you also listen to as well?
I listen to Anthem Lights, Michael Bublé. Let's see, Peter Hollins. He's one of my. I really look up to him. He's amazing. But
that's some good artists to model after, and some good hints for us to expect from you tomorrow night. Josh, it has been great having you come and chat with us tonight. Before I let you go, anything you wanted to share with us that I neglected to talk about tonight?
Oh, just that. I've always wished that if I had a wish from a genie, it would be that I had fitting background music for my life, because that would make everything so much cooler. Like in all the movies, there's always perfect background music. I would just want background music that followed me around and was accurate to what was going on. Like, that would be amazing.
Yes. Wouldn't that be great? I know, as you walk down the street or you get in your car, that would be amazing.
Right? And you would act differently. Like, the intense music comes on, you're like, oh no, what's going on? Buckle up.
Here we go.
Yeah.
I love it. That's a great idea. Yeah, I'm going to steal that wish. I think if that ever happens to me, I'm totally wishing for that too. That's a great one. Well, it's awesome. Joshua Baird, one of the 8 contestants of the Teen Vocalist. He could be the next Teen Vocalist and win $1,000. Tomorrow night, you could have a say in who wins, but you have to be there in person, 7 o'clock tomorrow night at Star Valley High School Auditorium. Again, Joshua, thank you so much for your time, and best of luck to you.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
It's the SVI Radio Network.